Welcome to our channel, History Coins HD. We have some valuable coins for you, so don't spend one of them. So watch our complete video and find your treasure. This coin could make you rich overnight. Top 1 today, we're diving deep into the world of US coinage to talk about a true collector's treasure, the United States 1-cent coin from 1944, minted in Denver. This humble penny may seem ordinary, but it has an extraordinary tale to tell and could be worth a jaw-dropping amount today. Stick around until the end because you won't believe just how valuable this coin can be. The story of the 1944 1-cent coin is rooted in a pivotal period of American history. World War II was raging, and every part of the U.S. economy was mobilized to support the war effort, including the U.S. Mint. In 1943, pennies were famously struck in steel to conserve copper for wartime needs, a drastic departure from the traditional bronze composition. However, by 1944, the mint returned to a bronze alloy composed primarily of copper, as steel pennies were prone to rusting and confusion with dimes. The 1944 penny series stands as a reflection of the United States' resilience and determination during wartime. Among these coins, the Denver minted 1944 D penny is a standout. While millions were struck, certain conditions and unique features have made some examples incredibly valuable to collectors. The design of the 1944 D penny is a timeless classic. On one side, we see the portrait of President Abraham Lincoln, sculpted by Victor David Brenner in 1909. This enduring design has graced the penny for over a century and remains a symbol of American leadership and integrity. The inscription "In God We Trust" arcs above Lincoln's head, while the words "Liberty" and the minting year, 1944, are positioned on either side. Below the year, you'll notice the small but significant D-mint mark, signifying that the coin was struck at the Denver Mint. Flip the coin over, and you'll find the reverse design, commonly known as the wheat penny. The two wheat stalks on either side symbolize agricultural abundance, while the words "E pluribus unum" and "United States of America" form a proud declaration of unity. These elements come together to create a design that is both simple and deeply meaningful, making the 1944 D penny a cherished piece of American numismatic history. Now, let's talk about what makes this coin so special to collectors. While the 1944 D penny is not particularly rare in terms of production numbers, its value skyrockets under certain conditions. The first factor is its condition. Coins that have been meticulously preserved in their original, uncirculated state are incredibly scarce. Such coins maintain their original luster and sharp details, showing no signs of wear from circulation. Another key factor is the presence of minting errors or anomalies, which can make the 1944 D penny exceptionally valuable. Errors such as doubling on the date or lettering, die cracks, or misstrikes are highly sought after by collectors. These rare imperfections turn an already historic coin into a unique treasure that commands top dollar in the market. If you're wondering how to identify whether you have a valuable 1944 D penny, here are a few tips. First, examine the coin's overall condition. Does it look pristine, with no scratches or signs of wear? Next, check for any unusual features, such as doubled numbers or letters, or inconsistencies in the design. Finally, if you suspect you have a rare example, consider having it professionally graded by a trusted coin grading service. Grading provides an expert evaluation of your coin's condition and authenticity, which is crucial when determining its market value. And now, the moment you've been waiting for. If you're lucky enough to own a 1944 D penny in pristine, uncirculated condition, or better yet, one with a rare minting error, you could be holding a coin worth an astonishing $45,000 to $48,000. Yes, you heard that right. This little 1-cent coin, often overlooked in everyday life, has the potential to bring a life-changing sum to its owner. So, dig through your old coin collections, search through your family's keepsakes, or visit your local coin dealer. You never know what treasures you might uncover. Top 2, we're uncovering the story of a small yet incredibly significant coin, the 1949 United States 1-cent coin. This seemingly ordinary penny might be worth far more than you'd expect. Stick around as we explore its history, design, and what makes it a prized possession for collectors. And by the end, we'll reveal just how much this tiny treasure could fetch in the market today. Let's get started. The United States 1-cent coin from 1949 is not just a piece of currency, it's a reflection of a post-war America. The year 1949 was a time of recovery and progress, as the country adjusted to the new global landscape after World War II. Pennies minted in this era tell a story of resilience and transformation, carrying the weight of a nation's history in their copper composition. This penny, made primarily of copper with traces of zinc and tin, was minted at a time when the United States economy was thriving, yet conserving resources. Its design and symbolism make it more than just a monetary tool, it's a miniature work of art and a window into America's past. Now, let's take a closer look at the design of the 1949 1-cent coin. On the obverse side, we see the unmistakable portrait of Abraham Lincoln, the 16th President of the United States, whose legacy of leadership and emancipation remains unparalleled. The word liberty is inscribed to his left, a constant reminder of the principles upon which the nation was founded. The phrase, "In God We Trust," sits above Lincoln's head, emphasizing the values held dear by the American people. Flip the coin over, and you're greeted by the reverse design featuring two wheat ears framing the denomination 1 cent. This wheat penny design, as it's popularly known, symbolizes the agricultural strength of the United States, a nod to the hard-working farmers who have been the backbone of the nation's economy. Above the denomination, you'll find the words E pluribus unum, meaning out of many, one, a testament to the unity that defines the United States. So, what makes the 1949 United States 1-cent coin so special? While these coins were produced in significant quantities, finding one in exceptional condition is becoming increasingly rare. Most of these pennies have been in circulation for decades, subjected to wear and tear that diminishes their value. However, a coin that has been carefully preserved, showing no signs of scratches, discoloration, or other damage, is a collector's dream. Beyond its condition, certain factors can make this coin even more desirable. Some 1949 pennies may exhibit unique minting errors, such as doubled dies, off-center strikes, or variations in the lettering. These errors are unintentional quirks from the minting process, but they make the coin stand out as one-of-a-kind treasures. Collectors are often willing to pay a premium for these rare variations. If you have Top 3, we're diving into the fascinating world of U.S. coinage to explore a tiny but mighty piece of American history, the 1957 United States 1-cent coin. This humble penny might seem ordinary at first glance, but for collectors, it's a prized gem that could hold incredible value. Stick with me as we uncover the story behind this coin, its unique features, and, of course, its potential worth today. By the end of this video, you'll understand why this little coin has big appeal. Let's start with the background of the 1957 1-cent coin. This penny was part of the Lincoln Wheat Cent series, which was first introduced in 1909 to honor the 100th anniversary of President Abraham Lincoln's birth. The Wheat Cent series ran until 1958, making the 1957 penny one of the last of its kind. At the time, the United States was experiencing significant cultural and economic growth. We're diving into the fascinating world of U.S. coinage to explore a tiny but mighty piece of American history. The 1957 United States on the rise. The design of the 1957 penny might seem both iconic and symbolic, but for collectors, the obverse side features a portrait of Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner. Stick with me as we uncover the story behind this coin. It's a fitting tribute to one of America's greatest leaders, with Lincoln's gaze reflecting wisdom and determination. By the end of this video, you'll understand why this little coin has big appeal. Remind us of the nation's enduring faith and values. Turn the coin over, and you'll see the classic wheat ears design. This penny was part of the Lincoln Wheat Cent series, which was first introduced in 1909 to honor the 100th anniversary of President Abraham Lincoln's birth, symbolizing abundance and prosperity. The Wheat Cent series ran until 1958, is the Latin phrase E pluribus unum, penny one of the last of its kind, emphasizing the unity of the American United States. While millions of 1957 cultural and economic growth, not all coins are created equal. Post-World War II prosperity defined the particular coin, and the coins so special is its rarity and pristine capsules of a nation on the rise. Most of these pennies were used in everyday transactions, both iconic and over time, symbolic. They suffered from wear and tear. The obverse side features a portrait of Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner. Perfect, uncirculated it's a fitting tribute to one of America's greatest leaders. Coins that have been carefully preserved over the decades, free from scratches, discoloration, or other damage, are the ones that remind us of the nation's enduring faith and values. Coins allure than just its condition. And you'll see the classic wheat ears design, which gives the 1-cent series its unique characteristics that make them stand out. Frame the words 1 cent during the minting process. Errors occasionally occurred, creating coins with doubled letters, off-center designs, or other Latin phrase E pluribus unum. These minting errors are highly sought after by collectors, the unity of the American people, while millions of 1957 pennies were minted. If you happen to have a 1957 penny with such a rare error, what makes this particular coin so special is its rarity and why collectors are willing to pay top dollar for the seemingly ordinary penny. In everyday transactions. Beyond its historical significance, they suffered from wear and tear. The 1957 1-cent coin is a symbol of craftsmanship, American history, and near perfect, nostalgia, uncirculated condition is a tangible link to the past, reminding
Coins
us of
that
a
have been
simpler
carefully
time when a
preserved
penny
over the
truly
decades,
held value.
free from scratches,
For
discoloration,
collectors,
or
owning
other
a pristine
damage, are the ones that
1957
fetch the
penny
highest
isn't just
prices.
about
But there's more
investment,
to
it's
this
about
coin's
preserving
allure
a
than
piece
just
of
its
history that
condition.
can be passed down through
Some
generations.
1957
How
pennies
much could
feature
this
unique
tiny piece of copper
characteristics
actually
that
be
make them
worth
stand
today?
out.
If you
During
have a
the minting process,
1957
errors
one-cent coin in
occasionally
exceptional,
occurred, creating
uncirculated
coins with
condition,
doubled letters,
or better yet,
off-center
one with a
designs,
rare minting
or other
error, you might be
anomalies.
holding a treasure valued
These
at
minting errors are
$38,000 to
highly sought after by
$42,000.
collectors.
Yes,
as they
you heard that
transform
right.
a common
This little
coin
penny
into a
could be worth a
one-of-a-kind
small
treasure.
fortune. Imagine finding
If
one
you
of these
happen to
hidden
have a
gems in an old coin jar or
penny
tucked
with
away in
such
a
a rare
family
error,
heirloom
its
collection,
value could skyrocket now.
It's
Let's
discoveries
talk
like
about why
these that make
collectors
the
are
world
willing
of
to
coin
pay top
collecting
dollar
so
for this
exciting.
seemingly ordinary penny.
So, go ahead and
Beyond
check
its
your coins.
historical significance, the
Who knows?
1957 1-cent
That
coin is a symbol of
1957
craftsmanship,
penny in your
American
possession might
history,
just be the
and
one
nostalgia.
collectors are searching for. It's a tangible link to the past, reminding us of a simpler time when a penny truly held value. For collectors, owning a pristine 1957 penny isn't just about investment, it's about preserving a piece of history that can be passed down through generations. So, how much could this tiny piece of copper actually be worth today? If you have a 1957 1-cent coin in exceptional, uncirculated condition, or better yet, one with a rare minting error, you might be holding a treasure valued at $38,000 to $42,000. Yes, you heard that right, this little penny could be worth a small fortune. Imagine finding one of these hidden gems in an old coin jar or tucked away in a family heirloom collection. It's discoveries like these that make the world of coin collecting so exciting. So, go ahead and check your coins. Who knows? That 1957 penny in your possession might just be the one collectors are searching for. Top 4. We're going to explore a coin that might be sitting right under your nose, yet it could be worth a small fortune. I'm talking about the 1988 United States 1-cent coin. This may look like just another penny, but trust me, it's anything but ordinary. Stick around as we unravel the fascinating story behind this coin, its rarity, and the incredible value it could fetch. Now, when you think of the penny, you probably picture a coin that's low in value, something you might toss into a jar or even forget about entirely. However, the 1988 penny is a special case, and we'll show you why it deserves a closer look. The 1988 is a part of the United States Mint's series of coins produced at the Denver Mint. At first glance, it may seem like just a regular penny, but that's where the magic begins. The history of this particular coin starts with the late 1980s, a period marked by both economic stability and significant changes in the country. The 1988 penny was produced during the presidency of Ronald Reagan, a time when the country was going through changes in foreign policy and its economic structure. These pennies were minted in large quantities, and most of them entered circulation as part of the daily transactions of everyday life. However, unlike other coins, a few 1988 pennies are unique due to slight variations in their design and minting process. These subtle differences could easily go unnoticed by the average person, but to a skilled collector, they represent an opportunity to own something truly rare. Let's take a closer look at the design of the 1988 penny. On the obverse side, you'll find the familiar portrait of Abraham Lincoln, the 16th President of the United States. This design, created by Victor David Brenner, has been a hallmark of the penny since it was first introduced in 1909. The reverse side of the coin features the traditional image of the Lincoln Memorial, which has graced the penny since 1959. These elements are nothing new, but it's the minute differences in the way the coin was struck that make the 1988 penny so special. What really sets this coin apart is its minting error, a rare feature that makes it incredibly desirable to collectors. A small percentage of the 1988 pennies were struck with a unique flaw. This flaw occurs when a die is not properly aligned, leading to a misstrike on the coin. This creates an anomaly that sets these pennies apart from the rest. While the majority of 1988 pennies are ordinary and valued at their face value of just 1 cent, a misstruck penny can fetch an impressive sum at auction. Now, let's talk about rarity. The 1988 penny is not exactly common, but its rarity increases significantly when you factor in the number of well-preserved coins still in existence. While many of these pennies have been circulated, worn down, and faded over time, the coins that have been carefully preserved or even graded by professional services can be worth far more than you might expect. Condition is a key factor when it comes to determining the value of a coin, and coins that are in near mint or mint condition can command premium prices in the market. But here's the real kicker. The true value of a 1988 penny isn't found in just any example. The highest selling versions are those that have been well preserved and carry the minting flaw we mentioned earlier. These rare error coins are highly sought after by collectors, and their prices can soar dramatically. In fact, if you're lucky enough to have one of these in your collection, you could be sitting on a true treasure. So, what's the value of the 1988 D penny with the minting error? Hold on to your seat, because these pennies can fetch a staggering sum of $35,000. Yes, you heard that right, $35,000 for a single penny. It's hard to believe that something as small as a 1-cent coin could be worth so much, but this is a perfect example of how rare minting errors can drive the value of a coin sky high. If you have a 1988 D penny, it's worth examining it closely. Look for any signs of misstriking, alignment errors, or unusual features. If you find one with the minting error, you could be holding on to a small fortune. Even if your penny doesn't have a flaw, don't write it off just yet. There's still value in well-preserved, uncirculated coins, as collectors are always on the lookout for pieces in excellent condition. So, what should you do if you think you have a rare 1988 D penny? First, make sure to have it properly evaluated and graded by a professional. Grading is crucial in determining the true value of a coin, as even the slightest signs of wear can drastically affect its worth. Once it's graded, you'll know exactly how much your penny is worth in the current market. To wrap it up, the 1988 D penny is a prime example of how a small, seemingly insignificant coin can turn into a treasure worth thousands of dollars. Whether it's a rare minting error or simply a well-preserved example of history, this little penny could be hiding in your collection or even in your spare change. Keep your eyes peeled and check your coins carefully, because you never know when you might find that one special piece worth a small fortune. Top 5. We're going to uncover the story of one of the most fascinating and valuable coins in American history, the United States 1-cent coin from 1978. At first glance, the seemingly ordinary coin may not seem like much, but it hides a remarkable secret that could make you a small fortune if you happen to have one in your collection. Stick with us as we dive into the history, rarity, design, and value of this coin, and wait until the end to discover just how much this little copper treasure is worth today. The story of the 1978 1-cent coin starts with the economic and political backdrop of the late 1970s in America. This period was marked by a mix of economic challenges, including high inflation and the energy crisis, as well as a turbulent political climate. The U.S. government continued minting coins during this time, including the penny, which was still primarily made of copper. It was a time of transition, and these pennies circulated widely among the American public. But while millions of these coins were produced, not all of them survived in pristine condition. The 1978 penny was part of a large series of regular issue coins, but not all of them are equal in value. What makes this particular penny unique isn't necessarily the design or the production number, but rather the condition it is found in and the very rare minting errors that can elevate its worth. To understand the value of the 1978 penny, let's first take a look at its design. On the obverse side, we see the iconic image of Abraham Lincoln, which has been featured on the penny since 1909. The design was created by Victor David Brenner and shows Lincoln in profile, a symbol of leadership and unity in American history. Surrounding the image of Lincoln are the words "Liberty, in God we trust," and the date 1978. This side of the coin has remained largely unchanged for decades, making it one of the most recognizable symbols in the world. On the reverse side, we find the familiar image of the Union shield with the words "E pluribus unum" above it, meaning out of many, one. This design is a powerful representation of the unity of the American states, and it symbolizes the strength of the nation. The shield has 13 stripes, one for each original colony, and a banner with the word United States of America written across the top. While the design itself is simple, it holds significant meaning and speaks to the nation's history. And now, let's get to the part you're probably most interested in, the value of this coin. While most 1978 pennies are worth just 1 cent, the story changes when we look at certain factors that influence their value. The key to unlocking a significant amount of money lies in finding one of these pennies in pristine, uncirculated condition. Since these coins were widely circulated, finding one in perfect condition without any damage or wear is a rare occurrence. That's why these coins are especially valuable to collectors. But wait, there's more. There are also a few specific varieties and errors associated with the 1978 penny that can make them incredibly valuable. Some pennies from this year were struck with minor errors, such as off-center minting or doubling of the design. These types of minting errors are highly sought after by collectors and can significantly increase the coin's value. If you happen to come across a 1978 penny with a rare error, you could be holding onto something much more valuable than its face value. So, how much can a 1978 penny be worth if you find one in top condition or with an error? The answer might surprise you. While most 1978 pennies are only worth a few cents in circulated condition, a coin in uncirculated, perfect condition could fetch hundreds of dollars. But that's not the end of the story. If you happen to find a rare error penny from this year, such as a double die or off-center strike, the value could skyrocket. Collectors have been known to pay staggering amounts for these rarities, and now, for the moment you've been waiting for, if you happen to find a 1978 1-cent coin in mint condition or with one of those rare minting errors, it could be worth up to $32,000. Yes, that's right, $32,000 for a single penny. It's hard to believe that something so small and seemingly insignificant could hold such a large value, but this is the magic of coin collecting. So, if you have a collection of old coins or happen to come across a 1978 penny, take a closer look. The value of these little treasures can be hidden in plain sight, and with the right condition or a rare error, your 1978 penny could turn out to be a goldmine. Whether you're an experienced collector or a newcomer to the hobby, it's always worth checking your change or old coin jars. You never know when you'll stumble upon a coin that could make you a small fortune. Top 6. We've got something special for you, the United States 1-cent coin from 1976. Now, you might think a 1-cent coin is just a simple, everyday piece of currency, but trust us, this little coin holds a story and value that might surprise you. Stick around, and by the end of this video, you'll be amazed at how much a 1976 penny could be worth today. The United States 1-cent coin from 1976 was part of a special year in American history. It was the bicentennial year, marking 200 years since the signing of the Declaration of Independence in 1776. The country was in full celebration mode, with various commemorative events, stamps, and coins being produced to honor the occasion. The 1976 penny is no exception, and it's fascinating to think about the historical significance wrapped up in such a small coin. At first glance, the 1976 1-cent coin might seem like just another copper penny. After all, these coins were minted in huge numbers, and a lot of them circulated widely in the years that followed. However, if you take a closer look, you'll see that there are some unique features that make this coin stand out, especially when it comes to its rarity and value. The design of the 1976 1-cent coin is the same as the one used on pennies from 1909 onward. On the obverse side, you'll see the iconic portrait of Abraham Lincoln, the 16th President of the United States. This design, created by sculptor Victor David Brenner, has been on the penny for over a century. On the reverse side, you'll find the familiar image of the Lincoln Memorial, which was introduced in 1959. This reverse design was also created by Frank Gasparo, and it remains one of the most recognizable symbols on American coins. While the design itself is classic, what makes the 1976 penny particularly interesting is its connection to the bicentennial celebrations. The United States government issued various commemorative coins that year, including special quarters and half dollars. But the 1976 penny, while not officially designated as a commemorative coin, was still minted during this time of celebration, making it an important piece of the bicentennial collection. Now, let's talk about the value of this seemingly ordinary penny. You might be thinking, it's just a 1-cent coin, how much could it really be worth? Well, the truth is that the value of coins depends on a lot of factors, including their rarity, condition, and demand from collectors. While most 1976 pennies are worth only their face value, there are some key factors that could make a particular penny worth far more than just 1 cent. The most important factor that determines the value of a 1976 penny is its condition. Like many other coins, the value increases significantly for pennies that have been preserved in excellent, uncirculated condition. These coins have sharp details, no wear or scratches, and are free from any signs of aging or handling. The more pristine the coin, the higher its value. Some 1976 pennies can be found in near-perfect condition, and those are the ones that collectors are willing to pay a premium for. But it's not just about condition. The 1976 penny can also have unique characteristics that increase its value. In some cases, there are examples of the coin with minting errors, such as double strikes or misprints, which can make them particularly rare and valuable. These coins are highly sought after by collectors who are looking for something unique and special. If you happen to find a 1976 penny with one of these errors, you could be holding onto a real treasure. So, what about the actual value of a 1976 1-cent coin? As we've mentioned, most of these coins are worth just 1 cent. However, when you come across a 1976 penny in uncirculated condition, especially if it has a rare minting error, the value can soar. In fact, there have been reports of well-preserved 1976 pennies selling for thousands of dollars at auctions. But hold on to your seats, because the highest known value for a 1976 penny is an astounding $34,000. That's right, $34,000 for a single penny. Isn't it amazing how something so small can be worth such a large amount of money? It just goes to show that if you're a coin collector or just someone who enjoys looking through old change, you could be sitting on a hidden fortune without even knowing it. So, the next time you come across a 1976 1-cent coin, take a closer look. You never know, you might have one of those rare, uncirculated pennies or a coin with a minting error that could be worth a small fortune. Coins like these are a reminder of how valuable even the most humble pieces of currency can be, especially when they carry with them a piece of history and a story to tell. That wraps up today's video on the United States 1-cent coin from 1976. We hope you enjoyed learning about the history and value of this iconic penny. If you've got a 1976 penny or any other rare coins lying around, it might just be time to take a second look at them. Who knows what treasures you might find?